All right, our next comic coming to the stage is from Mississippi, and you can see him at the West Side Comedy Theater this Saturday, Graham Rodgers.
How are we doing, guys? What's up? I am from Mississippi originally, and there's not a lot of Jews in Mississippi. I'm not Jewish, I just wanted to let you guys know. From Mississippi. Mississippi is a very religious place. I grew up religious. I recently lost my faith, and I was back home, and I was talking to a friend, and she was asking me about my faith, and I told her that I lost it, and that I no longer believe in God, and like this really like perturbed her. Like she was like really struck, and she couldn't believe what I had said, and there was a moment of silence, and then she goes, "Graham, so if you don't believe in God, then why do you choose to be good?" And I immediately go, "You got to be good for goodness sakes." And then I was like, shit, that's quote Santa Claus right there? Is that what California's teaching me? Just to like spread the good word of Santa Claus, you know? Silly. Had a shitty week, lost my job. Anyone else losing jobs? You look like you would lose your job. I would never even hire you in the first place. Lost my job. It's really helped me realize like just how big of a piece of shit, you know, like I can become. Like it's helped me realize that full potential. Like today, I was eating chips and salsa, but the only chips I had left were the crumbs. So I just emptied them into the salsa bowl and started eating it like cereal. I was like, and they just added milk for no particular reason. Just disgusting. Started drinking more, but I started that like way before I lost my job, so not much changed there. Yeah, I had to file for unemployment. Anyone on unemployment? Great. Fuck you guys. No, we're all gainfully employed and we love it. I'm on unemployment, but I don't have a printer or a laptop at my apartment, so I had to go to do all that at Kinko's. And I would go to Kinko's, I print out my 13-page unemployment application. And I guess the employee, when she grabbed the papers, she saw what I was like working on. So when she handed them to me, she was like, "Yeah, these are on us." And like I was like, "Sweet, unemployment's already working for me. This is awesome." Thank you. Thank you. The way unemployment works is that in order to receive a check in the mail, you have to prove that you're actively searching for work. In my case, I'm not doing that, but they still ask you. You know, so like I have been giving them businesses, which I know is impossible to get in touch with, like Time Warner Cable. They will never, ever. I have an account. I'm a customer, and I've never talked to a real person. Someone at like unemployment will never find out. You know how I know? Last week, got a check in the mail for $400. It's working for me. It was so weird, like. The way I got fired was weird because my boss never told me I was fired. He insinuated my firing, you know. He called me in his office and he was like, "Graham, the company's decided to go in a different direction." And I was like, "Sweet, where are we going?" And he was like, No, the papers are being finalized. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I was like, just give me like one more vague reference to my firing. And he was like, "Your services are no longer needed." And I was like, "Gotcha, buddy, gotcha." So then I did something which I really hated. I begged for my job back, just so sad. And like, and then he wasn't buying any of it. He was just like, he didn't care. And I finally I finally gathered my wits and I, manned up and I said, "Thank you for the opportunity to work here." And he goes, "Thank you for your services." And I walked out of the office, walked straight into the bathroom, took a huge shit, didn't flush, and got the fuck out of there. Gotta do it somehow, you know? I'll end on a story. Can I end on a story? Do I have enough time to end on a story?
Like a minute.
Okay, we'll rush through this. So I recently had the opportunity of getting my mom high for the first time ever. Guys, give it up for that. It's amazing. She came in town and she was like, picked her from the airport. She was like, Graham, when I'm here visiting you, I want to smoke weed. And I was like, Mom, I can make that happen. But I'm gonna need some cash first, you know, I'm not smoking your ass out for free. So the night we're gonna do it, we get a brownie and I roll a joint, and I was like, Mom, which one do you want to do? And casually she was like, both. And I was like, okay, 0 to 60, I see where I get it from. And so we eat the brownie, we smoke the joint, and I get like super high, and she doesn't feel a thing. Which is like this weird dynamic, because I was saying all this like dumb philosophical bullshit. I was like, Mom, if you look into the ocean when it's in retrograde, it looks peculiar. You know, like dumb, stupid, dumb shit like that. And I forgot that a lot of people don't get high the first time they smoke weed. I didn't get high the first time I smoked weed. My mom is no different. So I said, Mom, be patient. We'll try again tomorrow, and hopefully we'll have a better experience. So the next day rolls around. This time my mom eats like a moon face portion of brownie because she just like doesn't believe that pot works at all. So I was like, Mom, I gotta go get gas in my car. It's gonna take a little while to kick in, and we'll get dinner when I get back. So I go get gas, come back to the apartment, open the door. My mom is sprawled out on the couch like she's lying on the hands of God. And I go, Mom, are you okay? And she goes, Graham, I get it. I get it. I feel like I just released an old orca like out of captivity. Thanks guys, I'm Graham Rodgers.